The 911 call after the stabbing. True case. This is a real case. The 911 call you're about to hear described was played in court, analyzed by experts, and debated for decades. It begins after the violence is already over. It was June 6, 1996, just after 2:30 a.m. in Rowlett, Texas. From her living room, Darlie Routier dialed 911. Her voice was frantic, high-pitched, and panicked. She screamed that someone had broken into her home and stabbed her children. The dispatcher tried to slow her down, but Darlie kept screaming. She said there was blood everywhere and that her baby was dying. In the background of the call, chaos could be heard: crying, frantic movement, and gurgling sounds. One of her sons, 5-year-old Damon, was still alive, but barely. Darlie told the dispatcher that she had been stabbed too. She said she had fought the intruder and that he ran out through the garage. When asked where the attacker went, she said she didn't know. Her voice broke as she screamed again, crying out for her baby. The dispatcher instructed her to apply pressure and help the children. Darlie said she was trying, but she never put the phone down. She stayed on the line the entire time. Police arrived within minutes. What they found was a brutal scene. Blood soaked the carpet, the couch, and parts of the walls. 2 boys, 6-year-old Devin and 5-year-old Damon, had been stabbed repeatedly. Devin was already dead. Damon was rushed to the hospital, where he died shortly after. Darlie was taken to surgery for a deep cut across her neck, just millimeters from her carotid artery. At first, police believed her story. It appeared to be a random home invasion gone horribly wrong. But as the investigation continued, things stopped making sense. There were no bloody footprints leading out of the house. There was no sign of forced entry. No trail of blood outside. The kitchen sink was clean, almost too clean. Investigators began to question how an intruder could have committed such violence and left without leaving evidence behind. Then they listened to the 911 call again. And again, investigators noticed something chilling. During the entire call, Darlie never mentioned her children's names. Not once. She never asked if they were going to survive. She never left the phone to physically check on them or help them. At one point, the dispatcher begged her to go to the boys. She didn't. Later, a blood-soaked sock was found in an alley a few houses away. Prosecutors would later argue that it was staged, planted to support the intruder story. The case went to trial, and the 911 call became one of the most important pieces of evidence. It was played for the jury slowly, carefully. Every scream, every pause, every breath was examined. The prosecution argued that the panic heard on the call was real, but that it came after the killings, not during them. The defense argued that Darlie was in shock, traumatized, and incapable of thinking clearly. The jury didn't agree. Darlie Routier was convicted of murdering her son Devin and sentenced to death. To this day, the case remains one of the most debated true crime cases in America. Some believe she is innocent. Others believe the truth is hidden inside that 911 call. Because when you listen closely, you don't hear someone reacting to an attack. You hear someone reacting after it's already done.